What's up everyone, it is MyTyme here. Welcome to another episode on my channel, some mobile gaming for you, and today I'm coining this beast mode. Okay, I've been waiting a while to try and get something like this working. I finally managed to get it working. 3 different emulators, 3 different mobile games, all running at the same time on my PC. If I really want to be greedy, I can also run a 4th game on my mobile. However, the reason why I'm doing this is because when I was playing on the mobile as well as trying to play on the PC, you kind of forget about the mobile game. Your screen keeps locking, you keep logging out and coming back in, and your games, you half playing them, you have to start them again. It's just a pain. So we'll see how this goes. Now, I'm not a professional cam, I'm a complete noob, a novice. Please bear that in mind. I'm just starting out things like rendering, video editing, broadcasting, streaming, all this kind of stuff, overlays. I'm all new to it, so please bear with me. This is just a complete window capture here. I'm capturing the whole screen. I'm not putting a cam up or anything because it's obviously quite busy. I'm going to see how this goes. Now there might be a bit of lag. All 3 games have ran fine when I've been running them on their own. I'm not too sure how it's going to work when I've got a bit of extra RAM being used recording this, but we will see. Okay, so what I'm going to basically do is, without further ado, run for all 3 games, show a little bit of gameplay for each of them, look at the 2 rival clash in the People's Champion, and take it from there. So without further ado, we're going to start with Rivals Clash on MyNBA. Okay, so I'm going to play the other 2 games in the background, and I won't be commenting on them really until I get to them. So if you, say for example, are more interested in the NHL bit, then that game will consistently be on there for you, me playing it, but I will just be talking about one of the other games until I get to that. So waiting on network as ever with WWE Supercards, so great. Good thing we're not starting there. So anyway, with my NBA, what's happening? Well, if I click on my cards, I'll show you kind of where I'm at the moment. I am currently close to getting a second Epic Pro and potentially a 3rd Epic Pro. So here, Nikola Vucevic, I've got one pro, I need to get 1 more, and Draymond Green, I need 2 of him. So what I've basically been doing is, if we go to the rewards here, the daily rewards, I've got 11,600 RP points at the moment. I'll get another 1,000 with the next enhancement that I pick, and by the end of Rivals Clash I should have the long hauls with 12,500. So that should get me 1 of the pros, hopefully 2 of the pros. In the meantime, I've also been selling cards. What I've been doing is using my commons and uncommons. You know, uncommons, commons here, come into there, quick sell, take the RP points. So I've got 909 of today's daily limit, just under 1,300 of the weekly limit. Now, one thing, people, just before we go into the game, there is going to be Star Tier, apparently I hear, coming out kind of in the nearest future. So once Star Tier does come out, that is going to mean that legendary cards will fall in value, so will epic cards. So if you're selling and you want to get your maximum value, start selling now before the new tier comes out. If you're buying, you're going to probably wait to the new tier unless you can't wait. I'm not too sure when it's going to come out, but bear that in mind. Okay, so the auction house is the best place for you to get your RPs. I'm still trying to sell those. Here you go, see Maurice Speaks, and come down to Nikola Mitrovic, and then ultra rare Marcin Gortat. I'm just trying to sell them, just do an auction, see if I can get lucky, keep putting out those cards that I don't need, and just trying to get those extra RP points to help me grind through the game. Now, I'm not going to be using any hot streaks for my MyNBA2k16. I'll explain why in a minute, but before we go any further, I just want to give a shout out to the teams. Big shout out to DJ Yas, who has accepted me into his team. I'll just scroll through here all the players. Thanks, let me board, dude, appreciate it. I do play the game. I'm gonna try and dedicate a little bit more time to it now, especially now that I've got this set up. If it works, it will allow me to play this a bit more than I was playing it. So, and once again, DJS, shout out, bro. Thanks for that. We'll see how the teams go in the future, if they got some more team events coming out, etc., rather than just a reward system. But anyway, without further ado, let's go in and play a couple of Rivals Clashes, and I'll show you how I am doing here, what my plan is. So, I've only got about, let's come back very quickly, I've only got, 445 points, around 1,200. If we go to rewards quickly, I'm probably going to skip everything here, see if I can get in the top top 4 to 10,000. That's probably where I'm likely to finish. Okay, realistically, that is the kind of section I'm gonna drop into. You know, if I could get the top 4,000, that would be great. It'd be great, but I don't think I have enough time. I've got work coming up later, so we will have to see. Tomorrow I can grind through a lot, but today I'm going to struggle. So we'll have to see what the actual points come up on. But while I'm just refreshing here, I tend to try and play epic plus people. Oops, wrong button. In the plus 5s if I can. If they're struggling to come up, I will just do plus 3s. But I can't. You see, I'm in legendary plus at the top. I'm using a common card, a ultra rare, 2 ultra rare pros, an epic pro, and a legendary single. So the common card's there just to bring my overall points down. I'm using a 4-band team and 1 dead card, my common card, and I will show you in a minute what I mean by that. Now, if we can't actually find a game for a second, I will just go and play fight. So I'll do the plus 3 just to show you the kind of tactic that I am using. Obviously the plus 3 players are going to be slightly easier than the plus 5 players, so I'd like to try and show you the plus 5, but if the refreshes don't go my way, then sometimes you can only beat what's in front of you. So okay, 2-player match. If it's the first match, I throw it away because the computer is probably going to use 2 of their better cards. So maybe not all the time, but generally 2 of their better cards. Okay, so I'm happy to lose that. Then I go and win the next 3. So it's my best card to make sure that I win the the second quarter. If I don't win that, then I can't win. I can't win overall. Then I'll use my second best card to win the third quarter. And unfortunately, in this example, I'm actually going to lose the game because the computer pulled out. Didn't put out its best cards in that 2-player match. Okay, so this does happen on rare occasions. Unfortunately for me, it's happened on camera. So great. During all the tests, it's going away fine, winning lovely. You know, looking like a bit of a don. And now I just got my pants pulled down. But anyway, what can you do? That was a plus 3 as well. See, even a plus 3, I can't even win plus 3s. You know, what chance have I got? But I'm definitely not going to win those epic plus matches. They're hard. You know, I will win a few, but most I won't. And legendary, I've got no chance. But here we go, plus 5 against Phoenix, and we will try the tactic again. It's going to be the same idea, however, I'm probably going to do the same tactic. 2 players. Now I'm going to throw away here, okay? And here we go. This is more like what normally happens. An epic pro and a legendary single. So I lose that game. It had been very tight for my best 2 players as to whether would have won or lost. He's got enhanced on that, probably lost. Now I have to win all these games. So out comes my best cards. Unfortunately, I have just seen that he's put in an ultra rare. Great. Didn't want that. I wanted a... Okay, still not pros. Let's hopefully he hasn't got... Normally in this situation here, when we're tied and have to win the last game, I don't have a boost. Defense is the worst stat for me. This is where I could be in trouble. Normally I boost up and win it, but there's a good chance here that he's got either an epic single or an ultra rare pro. Okay, that's generally what you get for the last match. So epic single's fine because I win. Ultra rare pro maxed out would depend on their stats, so that would have been dodgy. But there you go, that was a plus 5 win, so that's a bit better. At least I didn't lose. Plus 5 win, playing an epic plus. Now I know overall all the plus 5s are going to have, if they're in the epic plus tier, they're going to be miles better than me overall. Yeah, the overall team points are going to be better than mine because I'm at the bottom of epic plus, and if they're also in epic plus, then it must mean that they're towards the top end, almost in the epic plus tier. But if we've got die here again, we'll do the same thing again. Show the tactics, see what happens. Hopefully this time I get a single person out for the first match, and rather than another 2-player game. Okay, here we go. So first match, we throw in my worst card against probably one of their better cards. Yep, great. Epic pro, perfect. So it's a good card out of the way. Happy to lose that one. Second match, we come up with another single player. So I now have to win a double match. That's the whole point of this. So I'll throw away another card. If I happen to win, then it's just a bonus. But I throw the card in expecting to lose that match. Now, 2 players. There's 2 choices here. I can either use my 2 best cards to make sure that I'm guaranteed to win the third quarter and we're tied. or I can use my best card and my worst card left and leave myself. For the benefit of this video, the way I normally do it is to guarantee that I win this quarter, and then hopefully I will still, using the boost, have a card which is good enough to beat that ultra rare pro or epic single at the end. And once again, that has happened. Okay, so excuse me. So yeah, that's the kind of tactics you've seen it there. That's why I try and use it. I'm not going to be using hot streaks for my NBA because I'm not going to have enough time. The only ones I will use will be the ones that obviously the game gives me. Ah, there you go, a nice ultra rare pull. Yeah, good, not bad on cam. That'll be on the auction house a little bit later on. So anyone wants to get what was it, Kenneth Farrell or something like that? I didn't really look. Then you might set it up online later. So I'll carry on playing that. I'm going to come into my WWE Super card once this match finishes, and there we go, a nice 3-0 on the old plus threes. I will be using hot streak or title matches on WWE, okay, so I will get some probably more tomorrow, see where the points are, because I'm going to try and go for reward unless I'm miles away from getting something decent. But coming back here anyway, I'm going to give a shout out to my team again. So guys, when this loads, big shout out to Bubbles, Desmond, Harvey, Antonio X, King, Link, Rene, The Shield and Thomas. Now please bear in mind, if you are interested in joining my team, you can feel free to drop me a message or a request in game. Their team is, as you will see up here, Keep It Tight. This hashtag is KIT. Now all I ask for the people that are in the team is that they actually take part in the team event. Now that doesn't mean you have to play every day and be a complete and utter beast at the game. It doesn't matter really on your decks as long as you've been playing. That's why I put it to super rare. So long as people play and they obviously show that they're interested in the game, then I don't mind. I'm not going to kick people away just because you're not in the same tier as me or you don't have the best cards in the game. However, if people don't get involved, then I will, send you a message and say, hey, you're right, because I want to have people who are actually still going to contribute, and so we can try and do as well as we can, rather than people that are going to take up a slot and not get involved at all. So if a spot becomes available for whatever reason and you're interested, then send me a message and I will happily add anyone who wants to play the game and get involved. But what's going on? Let's go into the People's Champion. I went for Dean Ambrose. I don't think he's going to win this. I think it is going to be Roman Reigns. The team I'm running at the moment is having the most success overall. Seems to be a Dolph Ziggler here, who's not quite finished being pro'd out, but he's pretty close. And a pro legendary there, John Cena. They're my two cards I tried to win with. Edge is in here getting trained up. Okay, you can see Edge is being trained. Shawn Michaels is fully done, and he's just a better card than. I haven't even put the tokens on him yet. Wow, I didn't realise that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that later anyway, because I don't really need to worry about that too much at the moment. In fact, no, I will do it. Apologies, that's my alarm telling me that I gotta go to bed soon. Okay, so let's we'll do that. No, we'll do it now. We'll do it very quickly. Okay, so given his stats, speed and charisma, being that it's pretty boy Sean, I am going to say that I'm going to leave his power alone completely. If you notice here, look what I'm doing, guys. If I put one every stat, he gets plus 17 in power and toughness and plus 18 in speed and charisma. So that means overall your card is going to have more stat points if you put your tokens into speed and charisma over toughness and power. Now if it works for you because you want to balance him out, then fine. Obviously put the stats to wherever you want to. For this card anyway, I am going to balance out his speed and charisma. In his other card I might potentially put some into his toughness, but overall his card will be stronger obviously if you utilise speed and charisma, but then that will make him the same as a lot of the other Shawn Michaels cards out there. So it depends what you want to do. I'm not going to say what's right or wrong, but obviously if a speed and charisma match comes up, it's only going to make a difference if you've got a toughness match and you've got a Shawn Michaels against a Shawn Michaels and you have to use him, if toughness is called, for example, you're probably not going to pick Shawn Michaels. So that's my theory. But coming into the game, and then my divas have been dumbed down to try and bring the deck down and give me a chance of winning those matches. Trying to run in my best deck, I was struggling. I'm not going to do the plus 10s for the moment because they're not going too well for me. I win some and I lose some. It's kind of like 50-50 what happens, and I need to get points on the board. So what I'm doing here, I'm using edge when I am guaranteed the win. So Dolph Ziggler can proc in charisma. Shawn is obviously can proc in charisma. I'm hoping I can get a win now. I'm not going to. I needed another proc there, so I'm going to lose this match. Diva charisma. Now I'm going to use a stat, and hopefully that my Naomi should be good enough. And now what I hope is I just get a single male. That's what I need to win. What I don't want is the diva, because this is going to be dodgy. Okay, didn't have a good diva, so got a little bit lucky here. I could have obviously used John Cena at the start with Dolph Ziggler and I would have won, but I didn't because I wanted to keep a decent male back just in case they had an event card, etc, etc. So that's the kind of tactic. If I'm 2-0 up, in comes Edge and I train Edge up. If I'm 1-1 or 1-0 down, then obviously Edge doesn't come into the fray. Now we'll try Scruffy Cupid here just to show you a plus 10 match, see if I can win that. I'm not expecting to win it, but I will use the same tactic. Tag team power and charisma. Once again, I'm going to use my best card, Cena, and I'm not going to throw out Dolph Ziggler because if he's got an event card or two really strong males that come out here, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to throw in Shawn Michaels. I would need a proc from John Cena to have won this. No, I'm lost, okay? So if I had a part of Dolph Ziggler as well, I still would have lost, but I'd be left with like pretty much no hope of winning. So here we go, lose that. Diva power, because Naomi is a power and she can proc in it, I won't use my enhancement. I'll keep it in case we get the win. We do get the win, she procs as well. Now ideally there'll be a solo male. Okay, it's Diva, toughness and speed, so I'm going to lose this now because you're going to have a good Diva left. I will use the thing. Oh no, that's a complete result. That's a complete shock. Okay, I expected them to have at least like a legendary, single legendary Diva. So well, there we go. That was lucky. I can win. I can win some plus 10s. What am I doing playing plus 6s? What a clown. It's getting to be so much easier with plus 10s. No, yeah, I'm not going to blow my own trumpet. As I said, that was pretty fortunate in the end. And enough times in that situation, I've got the old cucumber there, so I'm happy with that. Happy. So, I've clicked the plus 2 by mistake. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I am. I'm playing mainly plus 3s, some plus 5s. I will get some more title matches probably tomorrow if I can get towards the ranks. Now, depending what the points are when I wake up in the morning, and that will depend if I do go hard for it or not. I mean, ideally, I'd like to get a Survivor card. Now, I don't think I'll get the top 2150, so I cannot see myself getting the event card. I might get the Cesaro or the Dolph Ziggler, which is about 3,550, I believe it is. So we'll have to see. Time will tell. Ideally, obviously, I'd love to get the event card, the first 5 event card, but my deck's not quite there yet. I might wait, 2 weeks time when the next one comes out, go for that one and try and pro that one. I'll have a better deck then. I'll hopefully be closer to Survivor tier, maybe even Survivor tier, and that might be the way forward. So we'll have to see. So my rank 6,832. Got a chance. Might make that top 3,500, especially if I grind tomorrow. I will need titles, and I can't see myself doing it to get into the top 2150. So we'll probably have to give that a miss. Now finally over here to NHL Supercard, Rivals Clash. I went for the Toronto Maple Leafs for another reason. Then I just went for Toronto Maple Leafs. Simple. So wasn't really too worried about the rewards. I will not be using any titles in here. This is just being played solely out of the game because I'm getting pretty much, win playing +5s. I'll probably win 5 out of 5, 5 out of 6 on that. You do get the odd loss, but the majority of them I'm winning pretty comfortably, and I'm moving up the ranks, pretty well. So I won't bother buying any matches here. I should hopefully still get in the top 5, 251 to 500. That is where I'm going to aim for. As long as I'm in the top 1250, that's all that matters to get the Epic Pro. That's really the prize that I'm after. So anything above that's a bonus here. I probably won't go for the legendaries because a single legendary, I'd rather have the Epic Pro at the moment, to be fair. It's going to be better overall for the stats. Yeah, maybe you might say, well, the legendaries will be harder to get. If you can get a legendary card now, you might get a pro for it later. True. And if I get close to it, obviously I will go for it. But as long as I can try and get this double Epic, I'm not too worried. I'm 788 at the moment, even going to work today and stuff. If I've got all day tomorrow, I should be there. Okay, I should get that. So, or at least that. So let's play. What are we doing? We are doing a 4-man band. I've got 2 dead players, 2 common cards that are there just to bring the overall value of my team down. I'm running 3 epic cards that are all nearly maxed, and an ultra rare keeper which is fully maxed and has also got enhancements on him. I've boosted up his other stats because he's a beast in focus, Corey. I've put some enhancements just to increase some of his other stats slightly. Haven't put all my best enhancements on him because as an ultra rare goalkeeper, he won't be around forever, so I'm going to keep those pretty much for only epic and legendary cards. But this is my tactic here. I will lose the first game unless it's my goalkeeper. Because he is my best card, I will try and win the match when I use him. Otherwise it seems to be a waste of him, and it puts more pressure on my last 3 or my other 3 cards to win the last 2 quarters. So in this case, regardless what happens here, yes, I would have won the match easily. I still throw out my worst card because a lot of the time the computer will put out their best card. So here we go. I will have a tough time here most likely. Nope, we're going to win, which is good. So we'll be tied. Last game, the computer is very unlikely to have a single epic card which is fully maxed, so it should be an easy win. Yes, here we go, and there we go. I will take the win. More than happy to win 2 quarters. Don't need to go for the shutout. Don't need to get the bonus pick. Just go for the win. I've given up now. I've given up being greedy. I've given up trying to be clever. You lose too many games. You just lose too many games. That's all that happens. You try to do something clever. You lose 4 or 5 games an hour doing it, and over the course of the whole event, you look back and go, I could have got another 50 games worth of points. If that's at 5 points, another 250 points. That can make a difference. It can make a difference. So I just stick to what seems to work most of the time. As long as I'm playing someone else in the ultra rare ++, as long as it's not an epic person in +5, I will just play whoever. I won't be fresh. I just go in, play the match, and see what happens. I said I should win the majority. So here again, I'm going to be against the goalkeeper. Good chance that because they're in ultra rare ++, they've got the Corey Crawford, etc. probably pro. So I don't want to go up against that. Throw away. What are we going to be up against? Here we go, Corey Crawford. He's not pro'd, and I would have beaten him, but you don't know this. So we throw away there. And second quarter, we go for the win. So choose a skater. I have to pick my best skater here. I need to win this quarter, so I need to go with my best card. Brendan Gallagher will win. It's going to leave me a goalkeeper and an outfield player. Now, there's absolutely no chance that I will lose this last thing. It is literally physically impossible. Okay, I can promise you that much. I'll bet my my left testicle on it. So here we go. Absolutely no chance that they're going to have anything with. Oh my gosh. My heart sank for a second. Once I saw that legendary card, my heart sank. I was like, what? What? I did think his team was a bit weak up until then. Jesus, Joseph and Mary. Christ, I got a twinge in my left testicle after seeing that. It didn't change anything because I packed out nearly, what did I have, probably about over 900 in total stat points, close to 950, and he I think packed out about 6 and 250, about 850. So definitely not closer than I wanted. Oh, holy moly! I've never seen that before. Not in this rival clash for sure. I've not seen a legendary card like that, a card with 600 for focus in the last match, but Nevertheless, my tactic did still work because the card company in it wasn't another power card. So, you know, I said go with what you know. Go with what works for you. If this doesn't work for you, then you try what works for you. If you want to give something like this a go, I can try and help you. You can drop me a message and I can try and see your cards and show you how how to do it, how to maybe balance your deck so you can do a similar thing. 2 skates here, must win this. So here we go. In it comes. Gonna get the win, and we leave ourselves Corey with another obviously pretty strong card in Brendan Gallagher out of position, so he won't get the bonus, but once again he's going to win the last match. And here's another +5. So yeah, my team's coming on well in Marvel's Clash, as you maybe have seen. Yeah, I'm not nowhere near the best people in the game, but just playing the game, leveling up my cards. I've got the Doug Gilmore because of the number of games I've played, the 2,000 game rewards. So if you click on play for team, I've got Doug Gilmore, which can come in. I'm going to have that Carl Kunitz, which will be a ultra rare pro very soon. I can then pro Brendan Gallagher as well. I get myself up into the epic tier, get a free epic pool, and after this event, if I do get the double epic as well, that's going to just push me up further, comfortably into the epic tiers, and then I might even start doing some of the season mode. So NHL's going well at the moment. WWE Supercard, yep, we're getting there, going on along pretty well. And MyNBA going to be able to now put some more time in it with this new system. And while this event maybe I won't rank anywhere particularly good, hopefully for the future ones down the line we'll also get some good progression there. Anyway, I've been MyTyme. Thank you very much for watching this. If you've enjoyed it, please let me know. So this is a trial. Hopefully it comes out alright. Hasn't been too bad. Hasn't been too laggy. Quality should hopefully be okay. And I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for watching and taking the time to, kind of show support by at least watching the video. Have a good Saturday. Good luck with your rewards. I'm going to be grinding tomorrow. Maybe even do a stream like this. If I do and you're interested, you might find me from YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. If you do, we can chat there. Otherwise, have a good weekend. Good luck getting rewards, and I'll speak to you all next week.